Francisca sat quietly in her pastor's office, her eyes filled with sadness. Pastor Bob smiled at her, pretending not to notice her mood. "My daughter, what brings you here today?" he asked, folding his hands on the table. She looked at him for a while before speaking. "Pastor, Oliver said he will cancel the wedding if I don't sleep with him before the wedding day," she said. Pastor Bob's smile faded. "Then let him go," he said firmly. "You don't need Oliver." Francisca lowered her head. "But I love him. I have waited for this day for years," she whispered. Pastor Bob stood up and walked to the window. "You know you cannot marry him. You belong to me," he said, his voice calm. Francisca raised her head. "But Pastor, I cannot keep doing this. I want to get married. I want to have my own family." The pastor turned and faced her. "Have you forgotten the covenant we made? The Beelwood oath?" Francisca nodded slowly. "I remember," she said. "You told me that if I sleep with another man, I will die." Pastor Bob nodded. "Yes, and that word still stands. If you touch another man, you will die that very day." Francisca's eyes filled with tears. She remembered everything clearly. It all started when she joined the church with her parents. She was just 20, young and innocent. Pastor Bob was kind to her and always gave her special attention. She didn't know it was a trap. He told her she was special and needed protection. One night, he took her to the church altar, cut both their fingers, and made them drink each other's beerwood. He said it was a spiritual bond. "From now on, you belong to me," he had said. That was the beginning of her long pain. Even though Pastor Bob was married, he always found time to be with her. "You are different," he would always say. "My wife is just my cover, but you are my true love." Francisca believed him. She thought it was love. She thought it was holy. She stayed quiet for 8 years, hiding everything from her parents, her friends, and even from Oliver. When she met Oliver, she saw a chance to be free. She wanted to leave everything behind and start a new life. But now, the fear of the BLO.OD covenant was holding her like a rope. "I want to be free," Francisca said quietly. "I want to marry Oliver and start my life. I want to stop this hidden affair." Pastor Bob frowned. "So you want to leave me after everything?" he asked. "After all I have done for you? Have you forgotten how I covered for your father when he lost his job? Or how I helped your mother with her shop?" Francisca looked away. "I didn't ask for all that. I just want my life back." Pastor Bob walked to her and touched her cheek. "You can't leave, Francisca. You are mine forever." Francisca stood up and stepped back. "You don't love me," she said. "You just want to control me. If you really loved me, you would let me go." Pastor Bob shook his head. "You don't understand the power of the covenant. The day another man touches you, your life will end." "Is that what you want?" Francisca was silent. "You better forget about Oliver," Pastor Bob continued. "Stay with me. I will take care of you. Oliver will break your heart. But I will always be here." Francisca turned away. "I don't want to live like this anymore," she said. But Pastor Bob moved closer to her and held her. "Let me remind you of what we share," he whispered. "You still belong to me." Francisca tried to pull away, but he was too strong. "Please don't," she said in a weak voice. But he didn't stop. That day, he made love to her again, right there in his office. Francisca didn't resist. She just lay still, feeling empty. When it was over, she stood. "You are mine," Pastor Bob said as she walked to the door. She nodded, but her heart was broken more than ever. When she got home, Francisca locked herself in her room and sat on the bed for a long time. She didn't cry immediately. She just stared at the wall, lost in thought. Her phone rang many times, but she didn't pick it. She knew it was Oliver. He had been calling since morning. Finally, she started crying. "God, why did I allow this to happen?" she asked. "Why did I fall into this kind of life?" She picked up one of their wedding invitation cards and looked at it. "This dream is over," she whispered. Oliver will never understand. She wanted to explain everything to Oliver, to tell him the truth. But how would she start? How would she tell him that her pastor had been sleeping with her for 8 years? How would she explain the BLO.OD covenant and the fear of death? He will think I am dirty, she said to herself. He will leave me anyway. She cried more. She had waited so long for love. Now, when it finally came, it was slipping away. And the worst part was that she couldn't do anything about it. Her life was tied to the wrong man. That night, Francisca didn't eat. She lay on her bed, thinking about her future. Her heart wanted Oliver, but her past was a prison. Is this how my life will end? She asked. Living in fear and hiding in shame. Her phone rang again. This time, it was a message from Oliver. If I don't hear from you, I'll assume the wedding is off. Francisca stared at the message for a long time. A part of her wanted to reply. But another part of her knew it was too late. She dropped the phone and wept quietly till morning. To be continued.